signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is October 21st, 2022. It is 1:58 a.m., 2 a.m. So I have some more tweets. Something tell me just get them out of the way. Whenever I get a chance to edit them, I'll edit them. I just want to finish with them because I postponed a couple tweets already and then it add up so much. So let's go. I want to get rid of them and I could edit them whenever. So that was the last tweet that I did on my last video. Let's do this. Right, there's this here. I just want to be sure I understand this. The Daily Fail claimed that Netflix are so spooked by the backlash relating to The Crown that they decided to go ahead and release The Crown as scheduled and without changes, but delay unrelated show they never announced a date for. Okay, so this was way before. If you see video 1 or video 2, I spoke about the Crown and the trailer of The Crown already put out. So that was way before. All right. So this one was October 18. Okay. So these were some of the tweets that I postponed. All right. So I'm sharing them now. All right. Let's read some of the comment. I'm just amazed by the amount of bats and palaces have released to go on the offense about The Crown. They're everywhere. What are they so afraid of? All right. So if I had recorded this the day that I put it on the list, this would have been way before The Crown, because it was, I think, 2 days later. Yesterday was the 20th, and this was put the 18th. All right, so 2 days before they were talking about it. Okay, I don't know how they believe they could convince us not to watch. I had never watched a single episode of The Crown, but they have me so interested and anticipating the upcoming season. The fell has a few loose screws. Dr. Zane, Netflix bowed to pressure, and before you know it, they will cancel the contract. At least that is the logic I have been blessed with. Why, when they are already delivered to Netflix as agreed and money paid, it's now for Netflix to profit from their previous product. That's why. Correct, what a crook. They don't know if they're coming or going. That's how confused they are. Okay, makes perfect sense. You were so scared of my trying to stop you doing things that I don't want you to do. They're trying to think that you are now going to do the things you were never going to do, but are you going to do the thing that I don't want you to do? That's the logic. Oh, why I had to read it twice. The second time, very slowly. I get it. Absolutely makes sense. You nailed it. I know. All right. UK media publicize made-up stories about Harry and Meghan, which can then be backpedaled, and this is everyday fare. Harry and Meghan can then be bashed for cowardice or wish-washiness or whatever negative character attribute that the Windsors and the UK media decide to push on any given day. Exactly, but the derangers are jumping on this like it makes sense. Okay, your understanding is correct. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Which one did I do? Okay, the thing jumped a little bit. I almost went to a different thing. Next tweet. Okay, they are losing their mind over the hide replace black mantra. Okay, has anyone noticed the Sussex squad not arguing? Squad, they say something nasty about the British royal family. Royalists say something in defense of the royal family. Squad just disappear. While I don't mind the lack of argument, it's just odd. What the hell? Why should they argue with clowns? Obviously, why should they? Just the same way their faves need Sussex squad for exposure, so do their minions. Yeah, sometimes they do certain things to trigger the squad for the squad to spread the thing for them. Okay, these features are a blessing. Some of these trolls are paid to derail our positive thread and use our platform to spread malicious palace British media talking points. When we hide their replies and block, we pretty much destroy their goal. They want to harass, but it's not working. There were many trolls on my post, but I just leave them to it. I do not know that these are sad, jealous, suffering people. Words is words. They won't do that if they confront us in person. They need to hide thinking any kinds of word or abuse or mock will satisfy their sick urges. All right, so let me move on to the next one. And these were all before all the video 1, video 2, so I'm getting to them so I could get them out of the way. All right, let's see here. Please note that Princess Margaret was forbidden to marry the love of her life. She basically drank and smoked herself to death. By 70, she had to use a wheelchair. She died before her 101-year-old mother, and her older sister, Queen Elizabeth II, outlived her by 20 years. She lived a very unhappy life. Wow. That's some really math here. She died before her mother and her sister. Wow. This is what they want for Harry and are angry. He said no. That's right. Okay. Or because Liz was secretly jealous and insecure. Really? Phil kept cheating on her. I mean, that's her freaking cousin. And because the Queen Mom was an old bigot and miserable woman herself. Oh my God. This is what Harry was saying. Don't you want to... what was done to you that was painful to you to be different for your kids? This kind of thing. All right. There's that. I'm actually going to back you on this. In Jamaica, it said she was notorious for sleeping around with the help. What? It was an open secret, but she let you know she was royalty at the same time. I think it was a slap at her sister. Wow. God damn. I mean, they're putting that prestige on themselves, but they freaking really, they're the one who's putting all this limitation on themselves to do those bad behaviors at the same time. Okay, let's see here. Damn, yep. It's the, let's read some. I'm starting to get tired, so I mean, I have that much response back. Okay, it's the cushy life she didn't want to give up. She wanted the life where she will be drinking at noon. Wow. She asked for more responsibilities. It was denied. She might have focused on having a happy family life, but wasn't allowed freedom of partner choice. Her schedule resembled an attempt to fill long, empty days. Oh my God. Okay, funny how Liz allowed her children to get divorced. And I said this in one of the videos. She learned. This is why I think when Harry asked to marry Meghan, so based on her sister's experience, I think the queen have learned from her experience. So she didn't want Harry to go through the same thing. That's what I think. I've said that before. Okay. Funny how Queen Liz allowed her children to get divorced and marry divorced people, but Margaret couldn't. That's the thing. Margaret was the lesson for her. That's the thing. And we wonder why Meghan wasn't protected. Did the queen really have any power? That's the thing. Well, when it comes to the protection, I've also touched that base as well. I could be 1 million wrong, but my understanding of it, I think each respective household, okay, Charles, what's the other one? Andrew, what's the younger son, the forgotten one, and Anne, each of these respective household, okay, they take care of their own children. Okay, Charles take care of Harry and William, Andrew with the girls, and with her son and daughter, and the other one, the oh my God, the ardent production guy. Okay, I can't feel like Andrew. What's his name? Oh fuck, I can't remember his name. Okay, each one of them take care of their own household. When it comes, the queen just step aside. But when it comes to the queen's children, Charles, Anne, Andrew, there is, now I remember, Edward, okay? Now, if something happens to them, for example, look what happened to Andrew, where Andrew needed to be bailed out after his pedo behavior kind of thing caught up to him. What did the queen do? She stepped in, okay? That's the way that I see that dynamic kind of thing plays out. Okay, with the security for Harry and Meghan, I think it's Charles' job. Okay, this is why I think Charles probably did it, in my humble opinion. But everything else, I think once you are 6 in line or 7 in line or something, you have to ask the sovereign permission. So Harry did that and asked the queen permission. So the queen said yes. Why did she say yes? Because she learned from her sister. Her sister died miserable. So she learned and improved. All right. So that's the difference here, because I think I talked about this a very long time ago. Okay. And we wonder why Meghan wasn't protected. Did the queen really have any power? That was for Charles to fight for and do. And I think Charles was the one who did that, in my humble opinion. Okay. And this is why Harry is fighting for it, to say, okay, why I'm not getting this, even when I'm willing to pay for it. All right. Margaret could always marry him if she gave up her title. It looks like they were going to give in and let her marry him, but they broke up. He was groomer anyway. What was it? They sent him away. They sent him to do another post, another country. And then things fade away and he remarried and raised a family of his own, from my understanding. Okay, yes, she drank her misery away and eventually to a slow death. Okay, and that's exactly what they wanted for good King Harry. Okay, true, they didn't mind him getting drunk, doing drugs, etc. But when he pulled that stunt in Vegas, he embarrassed them. So then they were concerned. He met Meghan, realized he was more than a spare and had value. He loved her and his kids, so he bailed. Good man. Okay, how these people claim to be modern, even bought education, but she put that in quote, bought education, read slavery to African nation, but their minds want to remain in the era should be studied. She also overindulged in sweets, said she was so beautiful and vivacious. Okay, she was a mean snob and a mess. Choices have consequences. All right, so let me leave that alone, move on. I'm already 12 minutes. Next tweet. Right, step in perfect synchronization. Yep. Let's look at this here. Yep, same exact steps. All right, let's see here. Okay, such big steps. I'm usually shorter and almost have to jag to keep the distance. That is funny. All I'm thinking, when you're walking with a child, they're jagging with you. I've observed if they are walking, Harry will usually take smaller steps so he can keep up. That man is tall, poor Meg. The way they are so often in sync is otherworldly. Quote, they won from the Oceania tour, Princess Meghan and the burgundy dress when they're boarding a plane and turn to wave still freaks me out in a warm and fuzzy way. Okay, true. Is this new? No, it's behind the scene photos of their Australian tour. Just like they saying, two become one. All right, let me move on. I'm starting to get tired. I could see my reading is getting extra slow. Okay, but I want to finish with these tweets. Okay, Prince Harry working with Netflix equals disrespectful to his father. Charles hiring Daily Mail exec despite them attacking Harry's family daily for 4 years plus. Meghan successfully suing for privacy and copyright infringement, and Harry having an active lawsuit against them. Kingly. All right. Then you know that the world has to bow down to King Charles and that he alone is allowed to be evil to Harry and Harry has to take it all with a smile and say, thanks, Dad. Keep on hurting me, Dad, for as long as you please. I won't protect myself from you. Right? Meghan specifically said invisible contract and she doesn't want to have anything to do with them, but they won't protect her and they still want anyway. There are movies about Diana already like this. Wow. Murder of Princess Diana. Wow. Okay, Charles and Camilla hired Daily Fair employee, but the British media wants to write about Harry and Netflix. This is irony at a supreme level. Okay, this, who doesn't know about Charles and Rottweiler affair? Are you on drugs? Okay, Charles having an affair with Camilla in front of Harry's mother, disrespectful to his son. Wow. That's the thing. He never had any feeling for any of them. There was no feeling behind any of them. Anything that he did with Princess Diana, there was no feeling. Okay, it's like there's a gift for the crown. That's it. And Camilla was the real deal for him. Next tweet. Always absorbed in each other's world. There's the loving face. Even their back legs and heels are in sync. All right. Well, let me see. All right. But the opposite legs. Okay, let's see here. They are always in sync with each other. It's crazy how in sync they are with each other. Sweetness. All right, so that's it with the comments. Let's see here. Next tweet. Okay, oh my God, this is a lot. Oh, a lot of receipt, a lot of receipt. I don't think I'm going to cover all of that. Maybe that will be for another thing, but let's see. Queen Camilla ex-husband Andrew Parker Bowles is part of the slimmed down monarchy. I think that's what got me. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, joining the firm, that's the question mark. Camilla's ex-husband Andrew Parker Bowles carries out a royal engagement on behalf of Queen Consort as he represents her at a funeral. Where was that? Okay, Richard Eden for the Daily Mail and Jessica Taylor for Mail Online. 19 October 22. So shit, that's recently. What? What in the name? Are they telling us something? Okay, Bowles Lyon, who died last month, age 80, was a second cousin of the late Queen. Okay, it comes as King Charles has attempted to slim down the monarchy after succeeding his mother, the late Queen, to the throne. Harry and Meghan, now 5,000 miles away in California, are out of the firm, having quit frontline royal duties in early 2020, while the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are no longer carrying out royal duties. Friends suggest Brigadier Andrew Parker Bowles could be called on again. So what happened to Edward? What happened to Anne? What happened? What's the other one? Edward. Don't they have other family members, blood royal to go? Okay. They claim his appearance on Tuesday could be first engagement of many. Oh my God. Andrew is happy to do anything he is asked. One of his friends claim he still enjoy a warm relationship with Camilla. Oh, these people are sick. All right, let's see here. And what is that? Same thing. I just read. Same thing. That's what I'm saying. What in the name? Yeah. Everyone is revealing themselves. Very infested. Thank God our faces are not there. LOL, Redneck, and Jerry Springer Show. Jerry Springer Show. You all are cracking me up, but it's the truth. Money can buy class. And let's not forget, he was also shagging Anne while still married to Cam. Welcome to ghetto royalty. Oh my God. He's always been on the monarchy's side, claiming that Diana's idea that Kim was the other woman was all fiction. Recollection may vary, but there we are. Today, Camilla is queen consort, and the young woman who was made to look paranoid, crazy, is no more. Wow. What did he say here? It's all a fiction. That's what he said. Brigadier denies wife Camilla is other woman and princess. My goodness. I'm telling you, the squad have receipt. The squad have receipt. I can't read the rest anymore, but only those big words. 2 men who told all are named. Okay, Charles and Diana keep in step, but then support. Charles and Diana when the fairy tale went wrong. Oh my God. So depressed, she may have got to the point of suicide. I mean, can you imagine? Everybody was against you. Everyone. To make you think whatever it is that you suspect, it's not it.
As someone, because I hadn't passed any O-levels and taken any A-levels, I was stupid.
What evidence did you have that their relationship was continuing even though you were married?
A woman's instinct is a very good one.
And then they think Diana is the one who's crazy? Oh my God, these are pure evil. Just imagine that. You know the thing is going on. You know for a fact is going on. But everyone around you, they teamed up. They create one narrative to make it seem like you're the one who's crazy. Oh my God. They're all a baggage for God. Okay, well, this is just a paranoid of a really bad SNL skit, right? Maybe not, because incest and inbreeding is the standard in the royal family. How do you say redneck in the UK? Lord, these royal reporters, he had to bring Harry and Meghan names in every story to write what Camilla, ex-husband working for the firm, had to do with Harry and Meghan. They left 2 years ago. Dick Eden needs to move on from writing these silly stories, always pulling Harry and Meghan into his mess stories. Okay, this is the real fiction. They truly need a disclaimer for their daily lives. What is this now? Oh, this is kind of blurry. 4 years, Camilla had secret off-the-record telephone conversation with the editor of the Sun newspaper, Stuart Higgins, a curious relationship which illustrates the web of understanding and complicity in the circle around Charles. Quote, I then sensed that she and Prince were out of touch. Higgins recalled, I talked to her once a week about Diana and Charles. She guided me on things. Oh my God. True or things that were off. Oh my God. That just reminded me something. Oh my God. There was a conversation Princess Diana was having with Charles. Okay, something about children's way or something like that. And that was a conversation between her and Charles. Charles must have went and told Camilla, and then Camilla went and said it, and then Diana was like, it was all around the world, and she regrets saying that. Oh, that's what just came to me.
And I made the grave mistake once of saying to a child I was thick as a plank in order to ease the child's nervousness, of which it did, but that headline went all around the world, and I rather regret saying it.
So Charles was telling the other one what was going on in his marriage, and then she went and blabbed it out to the newspapers. Oh my God, she's probably behind a lot of things. Oh my God. Okay, let's see here. Do I see the dates? There's no dates. Okay. He will run stories past her as a check, and he could hear her hand half Okay, this is very small and blurry. Okay, cupped over the receiver, repeating them to her husband. Guess what they're saying about us now, Andrew? She will call out, and even the tabloid editor was astonished by her openness about her affair with Charles. For Charles, it was not just Diana, private persona, that baffled him. It was, I can see this too, he could not gasp. Okay, I read this already, so I'm not going to read it again. Wow, the squad have receipt. Not in this video, maybe several videos ago. Okay, these people are just straight up nasty. Yep, nasty and evil. Guess who are they blaming? You want to tell me one in the family couldn't find time to attend their cousin funeral. That's what I was saying. I was naming all the other one, but this one. Okay, they also recorded it as an engagement in the circular. Wow, right? They could have called out the minor royals. That's right. Okay, the guy was Betty's second cousin. He was important enough for them to acknowledge his death. Peter and his cousin could have attended to show their respect. That's it. This guy have no connection. Okay, and that an ex, or was he just a booty call? Or was he a booty call? With the royal, it's hard to pay attention. Okay, slam down seems to be expanding. Okay, what is worse? That and this might come in and bite them in the ass. They're gonna try to pull another thing in the hat, and this gonna come and bite them in the ass. Okay, what is worse? That this engagement was recorded and court circular. Someone attending a funeral that they were going to attend anyway as a relative on someone else's behalf is considered work. Okay, they also record giving birth and Charles and Camilla as an engagement. Wow. I know Bones and Skull engagement will very high for this year because of the Jubilee and Brenda's death. Wow, the crown going to be so interesting now. LOL. The crown has nothing on the real British royal family shenanigan. Let me move on. Let's see here. Oh my God, I have some stuff with William and Kate. Maybe I'll throw them in here as well. All right, that would have been my last one on what I was going to say, but I'm going to add some more to it. All right, so I bookmarked this. This is me, but this was the thing. Oh, the wagging fingers of projection. Meghan and Harry won Sussex royal titles could be removed if tarnishing continues. Okay? Sussex Royal 1. Okay, so this is me responding to that. Okay, let's get this somewhat straight. Winter is coming. Heating bill will most likely or already be off the rail. Prime Minister quits. The royal family still receiving tax. Most likely a huge party coming on May 6, 2023. These people are worrying about 2 private citizens' title. They should just take those titles away and be freedom is peace of mind, and let them be free. All right, someone responded. Okay, heard they may turn off the power for 3 hours each night in the UK, like done in South Africa. And there's me responding. My prayers to the well-minded Brits. Everyone is suffering because of some few. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that, but that was that. I made sure I bookmark mine because that was the main thing here. All right, so now I'm starting a new one, but I think I'm going to squeeze it in one video because I'm only 26 minutes in that one. All right, now we're into William and Kate. All right, William and Kate are 40 years old. They cry more at Kensington Royal. Prince William can't forgive Prince Harry because Megxit moved Kate Middleton and their young family onto center stage sooner than they expected, expert claim. All right, so it's because they mentioned Harry in there. That's why I'm sharing these things here. All right, and that was on the 18th. Again, these are all tweets that I pushed to, and I was supposed to record yesterday, but I didn't record anything. Okay, by the time I was 40, I'd done the hard climb and was starting to hit the top level of my career. William and KKK haven't even started. Okay, this is just not a positive narrative to put out there. When every single day, so many parents face both working every day just to feed their family. Okay, William and Kate have repeatedly shit on working families, both indirectly, but no one calls them out on it. All right. Oh, well, time to earn all those perks. Okay, they are the ones who have been putting their kids on display at every turn since Harry and Meghan left. This little guy, however, is probably getting a well-earned long hiatus from being used as a public prop. I know. He told them, I'm not playing with them. Yeah, that's the thing. He's already told them. That's my way of saying it. All right, don't use me for your nonsense. Little guy. All right, let me move on to the next one. Next tweet. Okay, so they're basically saying Harry and Meghan were supposed to be their slaves while they sat back and did what exactly? All right, the same thing again. That's what the squad we're talking about. Okay. Prince William can't forgive Prince Harry because Brexit moved Kate Middleton and their young family onto center stage sooner than they expected, expert claims. All right. Note he said push Kate and their children. Perhaps she was supposed to be invincible so that leaving her will be less impactful. Now he needs her because he never gets any attention, and at least she gets attention for cosplaying Meghan. Okay, wait. The Queen has been mentoring William and Catherine for years to one day be king and queen before Harry married Meghan. There's the thinking face. So what does the spare, which many love calling Harry, have to do with William and Kate? Do this. Eugenie and Beatrice are still there to catch the overload. There's the thinking. No, Eugenie and husband Jack have moved out of the UK, but Beatrice, who has her own philanthropic work, and husband Ido, who is CEO of Bender Property, could lend a hand with overflow if necessary. Okay, I love this for William and Kate. They wanted the spotlight. That's exactly that. They wanted the spotlight. That's what the spotlight is. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan were doing the work really carefully without showing extra whatever, like it's natural to them. But because they make it look so easy, they think they could do it. And then you wanted it, they give it to you. You can't even freaking, do anything right. Okay, William and Kate had a spotlight. The spotlight just never showed how lazy and inept and out of step they were with everything until Team Harry and Meghan come on the scene. Okay, the headline is quite pathetic. William can't forgive Harry. Firstly, if William wanted Harry and Meghan to stick around, he will not have got KP staff to leak Meghan's email and be witness against Meghan against Mel on Sunday. William can't forgive the fact that he and his wife now has to work. That's exactly that. Okay, you're right on top of the truth, except William and Kate are still not working. Still not working. Let's see here. Plus, Kate had a nearly 10 years head start to learn the role while waiting. Okay, when they married, they had another decade to figure out the dagbang job. Maybe they're not the best people for the job if Meghan had Harry could so easily rattle them in such a short time. He should keep his forgiveness. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, his grandmother became queen at 25. William is complaining about becoming Prince of Wales at 40. All right, the same narrative talking again. Same thing. Now, these are different people who's commenting. The irony is, if William and Kate and Charles and the rest of them had welcomed Meghan and stopped the attack on her and Harry, their own workload would be considerably lighter and the spotlight would be off their lack of work. Everybody see that but them. All right, they want everything, but they don't want the negative that come with everything else. Okay, so the expected path was to put Harry, his wife, and his young family in the spotlight, even though they are not the heirs, and Harry's kid wouldn't really have an adult role anyway, just call the Wales lazy and be done futures. All right, what was some of the, that's a lot. Sooner than expected, MF been the heir since birth, supposed to have been front and center when they got married, but oh, I forgot, they took time off and was part-time the beginning of their marriage. Okay, I don't know. You know what? I'm starting to get tired, but let's finish with this. I really don't want to come back with these. The conversation. Usually, all right. I might be alone on this, but I don't think anyone thought that Harry and Meghan will actually leave, especially not together. I think there were hopes they could be beaten into submission, or that Meghan will live solo. I think that was the main thing for Meghan to leave. You see, even the other one said for Meghan to go back to America.
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
So when Meghan left, Harry decided to leave. Well, Harry said it was his decision. So there. All right, William and Kate got what they planned for Harry and Meghan to be gone. Work-shy William and Kate haven't achieved anything in 2 decades and just wanted Harry and Meghan working as a smokescreen for their laziness. William and Kate already had taxpayers' fund 3 years in Wales. Harry and Meghan never had that luxury, and they now have an even younger family. All right. So she retweeted that. William and Kate received the best press of their royal careers during the height of attack on Harry and mostly Meghan. I think there were hopes that could continue without consequences. Yep. And the years before Meghan, Harry was changing. He was becoming less and less the affable spare. If Meghan had left solo, it would have given William responsible heir picks up the spare species headline for years. That's why. Okay. In other words, if Meghan had left and Harry stayed, the headline that they will be putting for William. You know how one of the headline was like, William says he can no longer put arms around Harry anymore. So the reverse will be here. He'll be like, oh, look how he console Harry after the departure of his wife and all of this. But little did they know, Harry left with them and left them with their debacle shenanigans. All right. Harry said they told him, quote, you can't leave, end quote. Clearly, the firm was panicking the moment he started planning to leave. Even royal reporters said that the royal wanted to bring down the Sussexes a peg or two, but took it too far. Most people know that the firm fucked up bad. Yeah, it's their own doing. What is it Tina and Michelle have been saying ever since I started listening to Tina and Michelle? All right, leave Harry and Meghan alone. Leave Meghan alone in particular. But they keep at it. Okay, never. The way he looks at her, the way he always has to be in physical contact with her, she saved him from a life of royal uselessness and supported his deep-seated desire to be a real man. Okay, Harry is the exception of the rule and the royal sphere. It's not a stretch to think that those in the royal fold could be convinced he wouldn't risk leaving. Okay, nope, the plan was for Meghan to be gone. Yep. There's this here. Yep, they love a weak Harry and they could control. William and that institution wanted Harry to remain third wheel. They knew Harry's strength. Thus, the moment he married a powerful, educated, smart, gorgeous woman, that became a big problem for their plot.
Do you see any scenario by which Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and William?
Yes, I do. I mean, this is immediately was my first thought. You know, this could be a problem.
That is true. Yes, they wanted Harry to stay and the will not wingman and take care of Ken Nat whilst William was pruning the rose. Pruning the rose garden. I'm thinking about the husband who sang for Harry not to mention the wife. I'm like, of all people. Okay, garden. Now, okay. William was pruning the rose garden. Now he's left with his beautiful wife and children. Kate has nobody to pay attention to her. Okay, we all seek fulfillment one way or another, and Harry is no exception. Harry and Meghan show the world that no matter where you find yourself, whether in a palace or a hut, okay, if you're not happy or fulfilled, get out. Life can be so much better being yourself than being in the shadow of others. Oh my God, I've said this. To pretend to be something other than, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. They never expected it. I remember I'm sorry, I'm laughing already because I know who they're talking about. Okay, they never expected. I remember Eyelash telling one of the morning show after the South Africa special that they never leave. They wanted Harry and Meghan to be like Wallace and Edward, penning away for royal life. Okay, this is the thing. elevate themselves. They put them, the royal family that I'm talking about, elevate themselves, put themselves in a pedestal that nobody can live life without them. So Harry and Meghan say, watch me, I'm gonna live my life. Okay, no narcissistic, never think you will call their bluff. If Harry was a weaker person, I can see it, but he was creating charity and working just like Meghan when he was young. Okay, why they are a good team. All right. These are some good conversation, but I need to move. I actually felt instinctively that if they went, they live as a team. That Harry viewed Meghan not as his wife, but as his partner, his soulmate, the person who really saw him, value him. Why would he abandon her to stay with a family who betray him? He wouldn't. Yeah, Harry is a very loyal, not loyal person. He doesn't just blab certain things out unless if he has to. And also, when he was introducing Meghan to the world during the engagement, okay, one of the things that he said, he felt like he was adding another team, another part of the family. This kind of,
as you said, work as a team with you. Yeah.
But do you have that sense of responsibility, Prince Harry, for what you're asking Meghan to do?
Of course, that sense of responsibility was essentially from day one, or maybe a couple of months in, when I suddenly realised actually this is, I know that I'm in love with this girl, and I hope that she's in love with me. But we still had to sit down on the sofa, and I still had to have some pretty, frank conversations with her to say, look, what you're letting yourself in for is, it's a big deal, and it's, it's not. It's not easy for anybody, but I know that, at the end of the day, she chooses me and I choose her, and therefore, whatever we have to tackle together or individually will always be us together as a team. So, I think she's capable.
So
of,
nicely said, isn't it?
I don't know. She's capable of anything.
but the rest of the royal family didn't see it that way. They already had a preconception of her, right? So I assume, in my humble opinion, the rest of the family betray Harry. So Harry just lived with his wife. Okay, Diana set the precedent, I believe, and gave Harry away out via her example and the money she left him. But it was the treatment of Meghan that was the final straw for him, who was devoted to his granny and would not have left unless the situation was pretty dire, which it was. Okay, Harry is so much like his mother, and he eventually saw that they were never going to accept Meghan, that they were doing the same thing that they did to his mother. As much as he loved his grandmother, he loved his wife more. Look at this. The grandmother was about to go, so you need to live your life. And there it is, the grandmother left. I don't know if by nature or by quick speed process. Okay, they left him no choice. That's fine. All right, let's read what's here and then that's it. Exactly, but I think Harry brought it to Meghan as a suggestion, and Meghan supported him, and his surprise, hence they bounced. I think so too. They planned it out as well. I bring so many scenarios how they were gonna do it, so they didn't give the hint. They wait until the holiday. All right, pretend they're gonna go on a holiday, and then Meghan stayed there with the kid. Because I think if they had give them a warning about it, they will take everything away from them, block them, prevent them from doing everything. So they did the perfect escape. All right. My thinking also, they thought the constant negative media coverage will either beat them down to submission, or Meghan will live alone as Harry is loyal to the firm. That's the thing. This is their blueprint. They think that's what they know best. That's how they know how to do it. Okay, Harry is a very smart. He learned from the past. Okay, Harry took them by surprise. They were not prepared for that, even if they knew he was unhappy for a long time. Okay, everybody from Diana tabloid and non-tabloid press and media were shocked when they did. What's the tabloid? I'm assuming that's Diana. Okay, they could not. Okay, from the. So she used the instead of the because of character space. Okay, everybody from the tabloid and non-tabloid press and media were shocked when they did. They could not believe the Sussexes will not be desperate to be members of the firm for free money, status, titles, and all privileges that comes from being a member of the grifted clan. And also, I think one of the things that crossed my mind as I was reading this, Harry waited to make sure, because I think it was way before Meghan, he's been wanting to leave. He wanted to make sure the woman that he marries, okay, when the time comes, when he decided to leave, where that person will be okay as well. The only difference is that the tabloid attacked his wife, which speed process that. But I truly believe, even if it wasn't Meghan or whatever, I think at some point Harry will have enough and wants to leave the firm alone and move on to other things. But they actually speed process his decision because they were attacking his wife constantly. So if the type of, how will I know the type of woman he was looking for? I don't. But I think he wanted to make sure the woman he married, when the time comes, when he make the decision, I'm leaving the firm, so the person don't be mesmerized by the royal status kind of thing to not want to leave, this kind of thing. Just my humble opinion. I don't know. Okay, of course they didn't. They didn't think the Sussexes could survive financially outside of their own royal family. The Sussexes proved them wrong. As the Sussexes become more financially secure, the more the unroyal, unholy family vengeance grow. Yep. And all the nice things you were seeing coming out, especially when they went to the UK, they did the One Young World. They went to Germany. That was too much for them. They really hated that. This is not what they want. That pisses them off. If they just mind their own business, they won't even know what they're doing. But they were so much into their business, okay? So that pisses them off, and other thing follows. And some of you already know what I think about that. All right, next week. There's more comment, but let's move on. All right, so there's this here. Here we go again. All right, let's see here. King Charles III, heartbeat away from death. Oh my God. Report claims Dr. told Prince William to prepare. Are they gonna do the same thing they did to the Queen, and they're gonna do to Charles? Oh my goodness. That was on the 1st October. Wow. The royal family is allegedly bracing for another tragedy just weeks after burying Queen Elizabeth II. Oh my God. King Charles III may not live long enough to be officially crowned at a gala ceremony because he is secretly dying from a fatal heart condition, a new report claimed. Is that why his finger is getting big? Sources told Globe magazine in its latest edition that doctors instructed Prince William to stand by and be ready to assume the throne at any moment because King Charles III is a heartbeat away from death. The new monarch, as per the magazine, is ignoring the grim warning and pushing hard to put his stamp on the monarchy after a lifetime of waiting and the wings to confront his destiny. Oh my God, the longest intern ever. Let's see here. So, Willie is taking his dad down before he even wears the crown. That family is vicious. Wow. Okay, that woman is lethal. That's the what's the Truss woman, the prime minister that just quit. So in other words, the Queen is gone after she meets her, and then there's Charles. Charles is gonna prepare. Someone did something, a GIF where Charles pick her up and slam her down. There's the guy. Oh, that girl, she's the one who be opening the door, car doors for them, and this is the, I guess, private security guy. That was for the Queen. Now he is for Charles. Let's see here. Who's lying now? There's the rolling eye. This is probably more made up BS, but you can tell Charles isn't a healthy guy by looking at him. I'm wondering if his chronicle swelling fingers, see, that's what I said, aren't because of kidney disease. It's unlikely that he'll live as long as his mom did. Very doubtfully. Okay. He waited his whole damn life to take that crown, and at the hot spike, he thinks, well, isn't this nice? Quote, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? There's that. Wow, this tabloid don't care what they write about. Lord have mercy. If this is true, King Charles III won't wait till next year to be crowned. Okay, they are running out of royal stories, malicious, and scandals. All right, let me move on. I have one more after this one. Okay, I am really tired. It's 2:46. I've been 11 p.m., 11:30. All right, translation, quote, William can't believe Harry wouldn't just stay and take his abuse because now they lost their background workhorse and have to actually show up, end quote. These two got married in 2011, called lazy part-time, do little. They were always going to have to step up at some point. All right, this is the same thing again. Once again, lacking replies because the deranged royalists who think the someone from the US who has no idea is an insult have found his tweet. This tweet. I live in London and was there for William and Kate's wedding, but they think even American who didn't must have no idea what a royal is. Okay, babe, just like you, people who think Montecito is the same as LA, we have the internet. Oh my God, I love that one. Okay, and what universe is that Harry problem? Okay, right? They can't seem to get over the fact that it isn't. He has small children now, and that was always their excuse for a light workload. Okay, really hard to believe. This is a 40-year-old married man with 3 kids they're talking about. True. Right, let me move on. This is my last one. I'm truly tired from recording. Okay, next tweet. Okay, for F's sake, William and Kate are 40 years old, senior royals. Stop trying to blame their lack of enthusiasm, talent, and skills on Harry and Meghan. The kids are perfectly fine, safe, and protected. Kate is just lazy, and you know it. Leave Meghan out of this one. The same thing again. Okay, and besides, wasn't the whole thing with Meghan and Harry that were trying to overshadow Will and Kate and wanted to be too much? Your story don't even stick. Okay, HRH Duke Thomas. I'm loving your comment. Keep them coming. There's that. Kate was always supposed to be center stage. If the kids are being exposed too early, that's a conscious choice on the part of their parents. So they wanted Harry to sacrifice his family in favor of William's. Really? Okay, substitute the Queen Mother for William, Edward the Eighth for Harry, and abdication for Megxit. You can see one of the world's favorite family narratives re-emerging. Okay, exactly. They're hating Meghan because her strength reminds them of their weakness. That's it. The haters will hate even when proving wrong. Okay, Meghan worked 72 days and 2 years and look for reason to leave early. Kate is still doing her royal duties while Meghan Bell to cash in on her title. Okay, it's about time. Just take the titles away. What Meghan was doing before that? Huh? What Meghan was doing before? She was earning her own money. She knows how to earn her own money. By now, please take the titles away so you guys could relieve yourself. Relieve yourself from that misery. It seems like you guys are miserable with that damn title. All right, now I'm opening up now. Let's see here. Kate Charities haven't heard from her since 2008.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last year.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
I remember that. I have that video. Kate is lazy AF. Okay, but it didn't change the future. The 3 Cambridges, now well children, have featured more than they will have. You don't lift one woman up by calling another lazy. You have no idea how their days are scheduled. All right, let me move on. Okay, so that's it. No more. I'm up to date with recording. So let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer for protection. Okay, I see here protection from evil. Let's see what's there. First, let's see if there's anything here. Okay, Lord, I pray for your protection. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay. Image. Let's do this one. Okay, Lord God, I pray for your protection. Okay, same thing I was gonna repeat over there. Let's do this one. Father, here I am before your throne with a heavy heart and an anxious mind. Come, Lord, and fill me with your holy presence. Let me rest and be at peace. Let me feel your protection. Let me feel as if I'm under the shadow of your wings, safe, hidden, and secure in you. Only you can give and take it all. I pray, Father, please take my fear away and give me your peace that surpasses all understanding. You know that my life is in your hands. My trust and my hope is on you alone. Father, thank you. In the name of Jesus, amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate, and also Cash App. All right, so that's it. Thank you. And thank you for your support.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.